Gorgonzola.
Edda?
Which one of you motherfuckers let loose Satan? Burn him now, and the Catholic Church won't have anything against you, okay? Just put him back in the fucking box, alright?
It's me and I'll do it again.
Putting him back in the box.
Here's me, and I'll do it again.
I don't
That
even know what
sounds
it
like
was.
heresy.
I don't even know if that just got cut off or not.
It did.
I made sure to wait at least 2 seconds this time.
Damn it, I'm so unhappy that my fucking voice mod isn't working with my Discord right now because I have so many just fucking Warhammer 40k things that I could have just done there. So pissed.
And that would have got an assist strike because you know how Games Workshop are with that.
Yep.
You can't use that. That's now a parody of 40k.
Yep.
Meanwhile, I'll just here going, your balance is a parody of 40k.
Yep.
Like, I'm sorry. Here's Angron. He can kill 30 guardsmen.
It's okay. Gazgul's about to teach Angron a fucking lesson.
Like, I honestly want them to kill off Angron as well in canon, just via a rare sight for anyone. Orcs angry to be fighting.
Yeah. Normally when orcs fight, they're happy.
Yeah.
I don't think orcs have ever marched to war purely because they were just pissed. And Gazgul doing it because he's fucking pissed. Like, it's the largest wog ever seen that Gazgul owns, and he is leading it straight towards the fucking corn peeps. Also, I purely just don't think Yarrick's dead. I think it was either a lie to get Gazgul to do this, because you know it's Yarrick, he sometimes uses the orcs against other people, or Gork and Mork are going to be like, nope, we likes you, Yumi, so you're back.
They get the skull from around his neck, they just stare at it. Freaking Gazgul just shouts at it, get up, you git. And his flesh just reforms, he stands back up, and it's like, we don't talk about this. Like, Yarrick quite literally retcons his own death out of existence. Anyway, greetings everyone, welcome back to the Dark Tides of Runeterra. I get concerned with the stretchy strike stuff, and yet I know exactly why it exists. I know 100% why it don't exist, and I've only got myself to blame. All I'll say on that is I know how Luke feels now. Which is not a good thing. Either way. Give me a sec. I feel Reflux about to start up.
Oh, we need to discuss my racial features as well at some point, dude.
Going off what D&D is now, I believe you'll find it is species features.
Because racist is offensive.
Can I just state this as well? So
Back it up, girl. Don't you talk about race in this house.
So can I
So
just...
as a cultural, I would like to state that although yes, their reasoning for getting rid of the word race is fucking bullshit, I'm actually super happy because from my occupation, it always bothers me when I see in books they call an entirely different species a race.
Can I just state this as well? Just quickly. People have been complaining about it being classed as species now. And I try to want them to change it.
Why? What would they change it to?
Well, that's the thing. They turned around and went, well, what else are we going to call it? We can't really call it much else. And everyone just went, it's quite literally in the book, call them lineages.
But they're not. You don't call
Yeah,
them
because a lineage specifically means
that's like
one family. It's like one family, and a species is actually the proper term for it. Humans are a species, cats are a species, dogs are a species. Sub-races of those species for cats would be tabbies, like Maine Coons for dogs, Labradors, German Shepherds for humans. We obviously know because we have a huge fucking issue with it. Like, it's just how It's not a bad thing. It's just a
Hello.
scientific defining
Oh.
term for
Oh, that's what it means.
anyway.
Sorry. Basically, what?
Yes, that's
Basically,
what races and species mean, Dion. Yes.
No, what I mean is,
Right.
with the like consolidate proficiencies, it kind of just bundles all the different proficiency types together. So like all your weapon types are down in one box, all your armor types are in one box, all your language types are in one box.
Ah, okay.
Yep.
That makes it a bit easier.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Sorry, that's what I was just figuring out.
so last time, you all managed to get out of the elevator, which doesn't sound like it should be a big accomplishment, but it was. Somehow.
Mm.
You also managed to free a few of the forced labor, let's put it that way, that was in the building. Totally not child slaves. Because, you know, Zone renamed those.
They are
Rebranding is still the same thing.
indentured servants.
Yes. And you all managed to get back to the ship where you found it temporarily under new management. Until it wasn't, when he got chased off by an imaginary large fish.
And the threat of hugs.
Yes, see, he swears that one of these days it's going to be the death of one of you. He doesn't know which one, and that worries him. But as you managed to travel on the ship, Delris had a bit of a heart-to-heart with her mother over the whole situation. A heart-to-heart which kept getting interrupted.
I fucking Zoe.
By my plot convenient, I want to run a couple of special sessions. I mean, yes, by Zoe. I'm sorry, I may not play her as much in the game anymore, but she lets me do so much bullshit in these games. It now just worries me. Like that blank was just me just having a realization of what would happen if her and the fourth wall breaking granny teamed up.
Oh, a lot of things would happen. Zoe would have fun tossing them to Granny. Granny would have fun throwing them back to where they belong, and it would just become a vicious loop, and they would never get out.
Essentially, the game would become just a giant game of Pong.
Just ping pong with a person.
I mean, to be fair, that can be done with all the players in Devil Early Season 2 coming soon. I'm allowed to shamelessly plug my own shit.
Not that. There's just spells that aren't on Roll20.
But yes,
Pew, 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 pew.
essentially put, Zoe has detected everyone's air quote favourite, in heavy air quotes, I should state as well, situation, aka paradoxes. Time loops that now need to be resolved and or closed. Or as she likes to call them, fun trauma trips.
Yeah, the one,
Seasonal trauma
the
trips.
Tis
the first
season.
one she's opened is into Delris's past.
Yes, because Alari and Delris never realized who freed her initially so she could escape.
I mean,
Turns out,
technically, in her backstory, she managed to break out, like, herself. It's like, you know, one of her big accomplishments.
I mean, technically it's still correct if it's her freeing herself.
Yeah.
Wording! That's or maybe she just never realized that someone else gave her a little bit of a push or a little bit of a helping hand.
Yeah, that would, like, shatter Alari's confidence in herself, to be honest.
Ah, fantastic. It's a good job it's not Alari and it's Delris.
If it becomes Alari, that's a problem.
Evil DM noises. So, the portal is open in front of you, showing Zorn, showing a certain workshop from the outside. Oddly enough, I'm going to state this, that even though it is Zorn, Zorn seems a bit further away than this, if it makes sense. This is like on the outskirts of Zorn. What appears to be a small little cave on a cliffside, just at the bottom. Okay, if you've ever seen Arcane, we're going to do stats in just lab for this. Because, you know, we need a reason of why he moved from there to the other one.
Delris is kind of staring into it, just kind of shaking and starting to kind of hyperventilate a bit and kind of backing away.
Alekxander will
has to be
stick his
done.
head,
It has to be done.
kind of stick his head for the portal and go, Alekxander, isn't quite sure about this one.
I don't want to go.
Sure.
I want to go back.
I'm gonna let Charisma decide how I respond to this.
Alright.
Please don't make me go back.
That's a 5.
No, nobody wants to go.
Mm,
It's just what we're doing, apparently.
I don't want to.
Just climb in.
Wafflebyrg is going to pat Delris on the back. Hey,
I need to roll something.
Oh.
I need to see how she reacts to being touched right now.
I thought you were rolling to see if you switch, and it just becomes a giant flux of them both keep switching in and out. But nope, 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 nope.
No, she doesn't punch you. That's good.
Hey, look at the bright side. If everything goes right, you get to punch him in the face. That's a win.
That is a big win.
I don't want to go back in there.
Hey, what could go wrong? You're with Wafflebyrg and Alekxander. Mostly with Alekxander. He's the backup plan in case something goes wrong with me.
Hey, don't look
Yes.
at me. Alekxander isn't too sure about this either, to be honest.
Mariah will just look up with the biggest shit-eating grin and be like, "It's fine, I'm a doctor," and hops in.
Doesn't help anything.
If anything, we might be able to blow the entire place up.
Please don't. I currently reside in this fucking
I
city.
mean, that's not what happens.
Ah,
I've lived this, remember?
oh yeah.
I don't want to go through it again.
Well, then just don't look. Or listen, I'm sure there's a way for that to happen. Blindness, deafness.
I don't think that will be helpful.
No, that'll
What? She wouldn't be able to relive it again. She wouldn't be able to hear it or see it.
If you've lived it once, I'm sure you can do it again.
Hmm.
This time, even better.
It's like going back to the worst possible
Day of your
thing.
life?
Mm.
Yes, well, some of us live it every day, so...
Now, just remember, this ain't the worst day of your life. That's when you met Wafflebyrg.
But I like you.
Exactly.
That wasn't the worst day.
Exactly.
Well, think of it this way. Without that, you wouldn't have met Wafflebyrg.
I'd rather it never happened at all.
Fair point.
Ooh. Ouch. But also fair.
I just had to roll something then.
I don't want to go back to the place where my head was cut open.
Alekxander can sort of I can't relate, but he can understand.
Just a shout from the other end of the portal. "It's fine, I'm a doctor. I can heal the brain."
No, you
Well, you're
can't.
not helpful.
You can't cure your own brain.
My brain don't need
Ow.
healing.
Hey,
Yes, it does.
just think about this though. The faster we get this done, the sooner it's done, and we're on our way to and we can have a talk with the Ascended and Bob's your uncle. It's fixed.
Why is your accent changed?
Wafflebyrg's not really sure.
I
Wafflebyrg's been
mean, if
through
you
a
travel
lot.
around long enough, it does change.
Wafflebyrg's not really sure about a lot of things right now, but he's sure about this.
You sound like you're from Bilgewater.
Yeah. Yeah.
Nothing wrong with that.
You're biased in that equation. Anywho, you know, as they say,
Tally ho.
well, I was going to say it's easier the second time, but that's a lie. Wafflebyrg out.
He goes through the portal.
I tried. Don't come if you don't want to. None of us are going to force you to. I just want to punch
Delris.
Singe in the face.
Delris just kind of
Alexander-
looks to.
Look to the furry that's opened the portal, and forgot the name.
Zoe.
Zoe.
Zoe. We'll just look to Zoe and just go. To be completely honest, if you are capable of making sure that we are able to get into this moment, couldn't you be capable of just making sure? I suppose that's. Never mind. Alexander would like to end this line of questioning.
Aye. Also, did
You
you
know,
say
Alexander's going to reopen the line of questioning. Couldn't you just stop us from going in and change who goes in to someone who isn't going to be scarred for, like, the rest of their lives?
Oh, I did that already.
You mean you did that already?
3 timelines to the left.
What the fuck does that mean?
Alexander,
It means that there's no
don't.
longer a timeline 3 timelines to the left.
Alexander, oh god. Okay, wonderful.
I'll tell you what, Alari. If we get through this, I'll try my best to help you forget.
I'm Delris.
I don't know.
And
Whatever.
he's Moonman. He's not the best at charisma. Just let him help you.
At least
He's trying. He's trying. Okay.
Okay.
Actually, I'm fairly certain Moonman has the most charisma, maybe?
No.
He has
No,
-2.
No.
Oh, yeah, he has -2, doesn't he? Yeah. For some reason in my mind, you were a warlock, and then I remembered, nope, you're a fucking wizard.
Delris. Well, Alari has a lot of charisma.
Wafflebyrg surprisingly has +3 charisma. Does he ever use it? No, because he's Wafflebyrg.
Wafflebyrg doesn't need it. He's batshit and crazy.
It's not Wafflebyrg.
Yes, I am rather adept in modifying memory. I can do that for all of us if need be.
It's probably best that you don't touch my brain.
No, I know from the last 2 times.
So Delris is kind of freaking out still. It'd be up to you, Lee, whether this would trigger any switch.
Going to say probably not yet.
Okay. Well, she's still panicking and doesn't particularly want to go through.
It's more a case of it's not triggering yet, purely because you are not in there yet. You're still on the
Yeah.
familiarity of the ship.
Wafflebyrg
Wafflebyrg.
hasn't gone in yet. He just doesn't
Yeah.
want to.
Wafflebyrg
She's
is
still-
going to
she's
do the one
kind
thing
of-
that Wafflebyrg doesn't do.
I'm going to say this.
He's going to hug Delris.
I'm going to say this now because my mind's doing a heckin' scream at me for this. I want a group odds or evens here.
Evens.
Evens.
Odds.
Odds.
So
Why do you have to
See
make
how
this
it is.
difficult?
majority is odds.
Mm.
Oh, thank God.
Ah, you won't let me have my chaos. I knew it was going. Nah.
Okay.
As Wafflebyrg hugs Delris, by the way.
Hey, it's okay. You don't have to come if you don't want to. Okay?
Yeah.
But none of us know what we're doing. And none of us have the tact and style of you, and well, quite frankly, if any of us are in there, it could. I mean, would you honestly trust your future, past, present, your timeline thingamadobob to me or Alexander?
Mm.
Alexander isn't. Stop that. Alexander isn't even in yet.
Like in that, like, look, hey.
Wait. Now I have to see if
What's
this
the one?
happens.
What's the one thing I told you before?
I push Alexander through.
I'm not dumb.
You're not dumb, and you need to give yourself credit.
Okay. Guess I'm rolling against that.
You fought
What would it be to
you
resist
punched a fucking ghost in the face.
Yeah.
Several times, in fact. You have fought against demons, and your girlfriend is a shape-shifting frog thing,
Chameleon.
and a chameleon, and you've punched Darkins.
When did I punch a Darkin?
Didn't you meet a Darkin in Ionia?
Did we? I don't know.
Mariah will pop her head back out.
Like I know. But you punched a pig man.
I mean, I think that guy carrying the scythe was a Darkin, and you punched in.
Did I?
Yes, we've had this conversation before where you talked about him and we all came to the realization he was a Darkin.
I don't
Why is
know.
Wafflebyrg remembering this?
I don't know. I'd have to go back and watch that episode.
Anywho. What? Mariah, go back. Mariah, go back to talking to yourself. But
Just
yeah, like,
going back there is like going back to being nothing. That's what it feels like.
But going back there could also show you why you became who you are. Or
I know why.
what
He told
strength
us.
that's not what porcelain lady's meaning.
What do you mean?
Not what you are, but what you are.
Like who you became from who you were. What strength you've grown from then to now. The fact that you were afraid of him then, and you have the power to overcome your fears now. And I believe that's actually what Wafflebyrg was telling you as well.
Okay.
And apparently before I lost my memory, I was an asshole.
Well, think of it this way. You're queen bee now. I didn't mean that to sound offensive. I'm sorry.
No, you're talking to a walking possessed mannequin and a Kim Baron over here. Like,
he has a point.
We ain't gonna judge you on like what you were before. Things change, people change, and that's the past. That past doesn't mean that right now, in this instant, that you're fucking nothing. Why am I talking like this? God damn it, Potoo.
I don't know, dear. You keep going back and forth.
Wafflebyrg would very much like to say difference of individuality. That don't make you nothing because you're you right now. All right?
Yeah.
You
I'm gonna let
nothing.
if we do go in there, I'm gonna warn you guys in advance. If Alari comes out, she's not gonna be talked down so easy.
Well, let's think of it this way.
That's fair.
If
we've got a
Alari
good
comes
understanding,
out, Wafflebyrg and I will take care of it.
no.
Maybe.
Yes.
We'll think
probably.
about. You know what? Actually, I think it's tea time. I've got to go, and she jumps through the portal.
Okay.
Hey, look at the bright side. If we're doing everyone's skeletal closets,
Oh my!
yeah. Anywho,
He just fucking dives through the portal like.
We're
Okay.
doing everybody's skeleton closets. Wafflebyrg and Porcelain Lady. Oh no!
So,
Nope.
so the only two that have not gone through yet is Potoo and Delris.
I know I have to, but damn it.
Well, no, it's going to suck ass. But better to get it done now. Kind of
With
like a
Alexander
band-aid,
thought
you
the
know?
past would look more different.
I just thought I got away from it, you know?
No one can really escape their past.
Alright. Delris will very, very reluctantly go
Okay.
through.
And I'm assuming Potoo goes afterwards.
Yes,
Okay.
I just hear the Fury's beeping of...
And Zoe slams the door. Finally.
So here comes the point where I reveal what the odds or even roll was for.
We were all ending up in the same place.
No. Well, you're all ending
Oh.
up in the same place anyway. It's just with how recent situations have been here, with my mental state. Well, you'll see.
Oh
So,
boy.
You know, the longer Alexander talks to you, the more he doesn't like you.
so you all talk to who?
Oh, I thought that was the fucking NPC
No,
talking.
that was me.
Lamau. Lamau.
Alexander, are you
Yeah.
fourth wall breaking again?
Alexander, fourth wall breaking and slapping down insults.
So you all arrive. You make it through the other end of the portal, seeing the cliff, the rocky wall, and the door to the other side. And yet, despite everything, it is oddly quiet with a nice breeze to it. You do not hear the industrial sounds of Zorn nearby. Instead, you hear the rustling of trees.
How long ago was this?
It
Everyone make me
was
perception checks.
less. It was around like it was less than a. It was like around a year ago at this point.
Everyone make me perception checks.
Holy shit.
Zoe just pops her head through the portal, just shouts, "You're welcome," pops back through and closes the portal.
This doesn't feel good.
Feliz Navidad.
Kuiper,
Like this. This was nearly a year ago now, I think.
Kuiper, you're not so sure. Alexander, you've never really seen this place before, so you won't be sure either. You're also not quite sure about it, Poison Lady. Everyone else. I should also roll for Mariah, to be fair.
He's not going to be able to do much of that information. She isn't.
No, but I'm controlling the character for now, until she's back.
She's also at work.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, I know that much.
Yeah, she passes, which makes sense given that Wafflebyrg would definitely be able to tell something is up, and everyone else would definitely be able to tell because they've technically been here before.
Huh.
As you look around, those who passed realize you are not in zone.
Delris
Huh.
is just shaking visibly.
Given the trees and the petals falling, those who passed will realize you're in Ionia.
Wait. What?
Confused bird face.
This is a little peaceful for Zone, don't you think? Where are we?
This
This
is
is
Ionia.
Ionia.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Porcelain lady
We've been
turns
here
around.
before.
We'll send
thought you
Lyra
were
up
dead.
Lyra
Thought you were
flies
all
on up.
dead.
just to get a
Lyra,
view.
Lyra does not see Zone. Instead, Lyra sees a vast field of trees and a mountain shooting up in the middle of it all. You are roughly here-ish in Ionia.
In the Center Valley.
Alexander's
Oh.
just looking around. You know what? I feel like an insight.
Yeah.
Alexander's looking at the parts like, you're all looking a lot more confused. And that is saying something, by the way. Because
should-
fuck me.
We
Essentially,
thought we'd be in Zone.
put,
Yeah.
the odds or even roll was, am I going to put you through trauma after last Wednesday? And my mind was like, no, I want a bit more light-hearted shit. So
Everybody takes a breather.
it would seem that Zoe tricked you.
Zoe sent us to the wrong place.
Technically speaking, it'd still be trauma for one of us.
Wait.
It's just
What?
like Delris brings a sigh of relief. Meanwhile, Potoo starts freaking out instead.
Alexander is really not catching on until why everyone is looking so confused.
Well,
Because Zoe has sent us to the wrong continent.
What do you mean she sent us to the
Presumably
wrong
wrong.
fucking continent?
But the other thing is, where and when in Ionia are we?
what did she mean by you're welcome?
A
I
door
don't
will
know.
open behind you. The door that leads into the cave. And a figure will step out.
Alexander is not in the mood for bullshit. He will pull a weapon.
And as you pull a weapon on the person stepping out, they will pull a weapon out themselves and just tap the edge of their weapon against yours. As
Oh.
you
We're
see
touching
what seems
tips
to
now.
be
Ah.
a crescent-looking blade. And I was looking to see if I had one uploaded to the thing, and I apparently do not, so give me a second, as I have to quickly do the thing.
Find a Diana.
Yeah.
For find a Diana. And then that's gonna...
It's like, it's
Oh.
Diana!
Goody! She remembers who she is.
To be fair, you would all indeed recognize her from the Sentinels.
Diana?
Diana?
Oh, it's Moon Giggles.
Moon giggles.
Diana will just step out. I see. What's with the confused look?
Well,
I first I
Zoe
saw and then I
wasn't-
didn't see.
Zoe wasn't meant to send us here.
No, Zoe was meant to send you here. I asked her to send you here.
She was saying that we had to go face our trauma and so on.
Are we still in the past or what?
Trauma. She'll just
was
set
showing
her.
me.
She'll lean the blade against the wall, and just place her
She was
face in her
showing-
palm.
She was showing me Zon and saying I had to go back there and like
You know what? This is my fault.
fix stuff.
This is my fault. When she asked how to invite you all, I said, I don't know, you come up with something. I didn't expect to come up with this, but I really should have expected it.
That was some mindfuckery, if anything.
Alexander is going to be polite. You have about 3 minutes to explain before Alexander becomes incredibly and irrevocably angry.
Alexander, you're almost always angry.
Oh, you have not seen Alexander very angry.
Essentially put, I wanted to bring you all here because, you know, it's coming up to the season. It's coming up to time for gatherings, and
Oh god, gatherings and gifts.
exactly.
Here.
Son
You've
of a
got to be
bitch.
kidding. This is a fucking Yuletide party.
Not exactly Yuletide, but something close to it.
We got threatened with fucking time travel for a fucking party!
Yes, as I said, I'm sorry for Zoe's behavior there. That is 1000% on me because I told her for her to come up with it. Well, for her to come up with a way to get you through the portal without saying it was for the party, and I didn't realize she would go so extreme, but I really should have expected that.
So she gave me a heart attack for nothing.
Respect.
I
That is not on you. With all due respect, the next time I see her, I'm going to tear her to tiny little pieces.
That is, you know what? I don't blame you at this point with that. That is
Oh, there's
absolutely
probably a number
fair.
of people who have that feel.
However,
How far are we from town?
quite a bit, but
God damn it.
The shadow people aren't gonna come for me again, are
they don't know you're here.
they? Good.
Is there at least a cemetery nearby in the forest?
There is one, yes, and that's kind of why I've brought you here.
Oh dear God.
Because it's not just the Yuletime thing. She's gonna look to you all. How many of you here know of Spirit Blossom?
What?
Check question mark.
Uh,
Porcelain Lady is just gonna start weeping into her hands.
I would
I
like
just wanted a simple life.
history checks from people.
History check.
Yes.
Alright.
No idea.
Okay, that is a second 20 in a row.
Wafflebyrg's too distracted.
Keep in mind that Alexander's knowledge of things outside the Freljord is kind of shit.
It is. But a 15 is still kind of decent. But given it is kind of shit as well, I will make you roll again and basically treat it as a disadvantage roll for you, Alexander. That makes more sense.
That's more what we're expecting here, boys.
So, Poison Lady, you would know due to your travels, which explains why you're weeping.
God help me.
Kuiper, you'd know because quite a few people from Targon have made this travel to here, especially of the Lunari. I need to make a roll for a certain short stack.
So that is why you are here and not doing your thing in Targon.
Exactly. Plus, I've heard that, well, the Surtr situation is going down there. Obviously, the Darkin, but there's been another return there as well that the rest of us aspects are trying to stay out of. The aspect of justice is back.
Oh.
Justice.
Oh dear son. Wait, do you mean the band of traveling siblings that's a fucking mockery of all aspects?
No, I mean their mother.
Oh dear God.
I'm confused.
Half of her face just cracks instantly like an egg being dropped on the
And,
ground.
of course, Potoo, you would also know what Spirit Blossom is. Just to quickly explain. She will explain this in character as well, just to help out those that have a confused look in the face. So, it's the Spirit Blossom Festival. It's a nature festival here, usually celebrated once or twice a year in Ionia. It's when the door to the spirit world is opened, when the spirit realm is the closest to the physical realm. Essentially put, the spirits of the dead that have not moved on yet can return to see their loved ones, and vice versa.
Okay.
And I can guarantee she hasn't returned to see her loved ones.
Of course, there is always a bit of a issue with this as well, in that sometimes some demons or some arcana and such try to cross over as well. Most of them are just prankful spirits, but you sometimes get the odd one or two. Hence why normally my presence is required.
Understandable.
Given I can help calm the spirits with the light of the moon.
Well, I'll help send them back to the grave because I get tired of this season every year.
But given how it has landed
So,
this year as well, given this wasn't the usual thing as well, we figured it may be a good time to gather friends and try and patch up certain situations. And
I
By
mean,
causing
I'm
much worse
sorry
situations.
to interrupt, and like, you know, no disrespect, but we're literally on our way to deal with a void incursion. Was this really the best time to interrupt us?
I mean, when else are you going to get the chance?
After?
I mean, I don't wish to be impolite, but you're literally keeping me from freeing my wife from a fucking prison.
That is true.
About that.
Like, I know that it is well-meaning, but fucking hell? Really?
Trust me, there's a reasoning behind it.
Swear to God, if my wife comes out of the fucking dead circle or something, I'm going to kill everyone and then myself.
Actually, there might do a cave.
Mass murder suicide?
Lay,
Yes. Oh, yes.
would 22 be enough to remember a special little place, which is you walk into a lovely cave. It's how she actually used to get back and forth from Ionia to the mainlands. But it would take them back to where the gently used fish is parked. It's a cave that she knows of in Ionia that just kind of like takes you where you want to go. They don't need Zoe. To help soothe Alexander's
What?
Bloodlust.
destructive rage.
I mean, I'm gonna be honest, these sessions are devolving into I'm doomed if I do and doomed if I don't.
No, it's fine. It's just at the minute, one, Delris was just essentially shown part of her trauma and then told that's where she has to go and relive
Yeah.
it. And now she's
'Cause it's
being
almost
told
as
she's
if
at a festival.
Because it's almost as if I had to back out of that one because I don't know if some of our mental states could handle it.
Too much about it, I'm just playing in character.
Yeah.
Alright?
Exactly, it's the same thing.
Oh no, it's not that. It's more a case of it's through a cave so that we could get back on the ship and continue the storyline. I'm like, so I've got to go back to the main storyline, Pete.
You don't have
No.
to.
No, you do not. You are the DM. You can decide if you want to do that or not. In honesty, I'll admit that cave's a little bullshit.
I wasn't talking about now. I'm still gonna make Alexander do absolutely everything that we're
Oh.
supposed to do
No,
here.
no.
I'm just saying,
I've had
kick
a,
his ass through after.
no, I've had a thought about this.
Hmm.
Roll me an Arcana check if you would.
All of us or just one of us?
Just the Porcelain Lady. Given Porcelain
Okay.
Lady does indeed know where the cave is, but with that 16, we'll also know that with the spirit realm being so close as it is to the physical realm, going through that portal could actually just send you to the spirit realm instead. And Diana will look to you, Alexander, and be like, unfortunately, it doesn't reach as far as the Freljord, so... Plus, she's technically not dead.
Yes, that was sort of the point, which is why I was getting a little bit pissed when you start doing the ooh noises.
Well, it's because I had to think. I would try to work out logistics and length and such, but unfortunately, no, it
I
wouldn't.
know it's not your fault, but god damn it, I was already pissed.
He's always...
Blame Zoe for that, not me. I know they normally say don't shoot the messenger, but on this case, I think it's very much warranted.
Going to do a hell of a lot more than shoot a fucking messenger. She will be lucky if they will be able to put her and get together enough to fit her in the casket.
I do have a question now, though, because I'm looking at this. Some of you are missing.
Some of us are missing?
Did she close the portal with...
For I'm looking around at the group.
Well, I remember you had the lizard lady, the little yeti, and...
Oh,
Yeah, they're back on the
Nico,
boat.
Umpa, yeah, Nico, Umpa, and Stellara are back on the ship, as well as my mom.
Give me a second.
Is the ship still parked? Or did we already
weren't.
start?
Oh
We
god.
weren't parked.
We weren't parked!
Those are the three are gonna come with their own like
It's alright. Oompa knows what
traumas that they
she's
think they're gonna
doing.
go through.
Oompa knows what she's doing. She knows how to
Okay.
drive the ship.
You've shown
When did
Oompa
you
how to
teach-
drive. Okay.
When did you teach my niece how to drive?
Was it that little
You don't need
booklet
to
that you
know.
gave?
You don't need to know the fucking specifics. You just need to know that she knows two things now: how to drive and how to operate a missile launcher.
Give me a second. She's going to pull out what seems to be a sending stone and just walk into the cave. And despite the fact that she's in the cave, you can hear her shouting through the sending stone.
Hang on, Alexander will walk on in and just like issue through that fucking sending stone.
Ken,
I'm assuming you're saying that with quite a bit of anger in your voice there, Alexander.
With more than a little bit of anger in my voice.
Okay, so while you're in the cave and she is shouting, the rest of you outside will see a portal open. The rest hurriedly step through, Umpa with a note kind of not pinned so much to her, but kind of pinned to her little bone bow. And then the portal closes. So essentially, everyone but your mother has come through. Your mother has decided to stay behind to pilot the ship.
Does Mom know how to fly the ship?
yeah, I
Umpa
taught her how to fly the ship.
You're
that.
just secretly teaching people how to fly the ship.
And I
Well,
swear
yes,
she's
because
not.
all of you are incapable of doing it.
And I swear
I've
she's not
flown
using
the
this.
ship.
I swear she's not using this as an excuse to go pilot the ship to get buy booze.
Yeah. And, she doesn't have to go buy.
You're doing a good job of convincing us that we should be here and not over there.
Look, Wafflebyrg,
For those that do see the note, by the way, the note does say, "Sorry, gone into hiding, Zoe."
if I
just-
was rescinded, I would wipe this planet from existence.
You'd be doing the job of a couple big
This-
things, wouldn't you?
I'm not gonna lie, this isn't exactly how I envisioned this going.
It's fine. Well, at least we can get to the matter at hand. Now that everybody's here.
Indeed. By the way, I guess come in. It's a bit warmer in there. I can get some drinks sorted out and such, and then we can try and sort this whole situation out.
Very, very grouchy looking Alexander will march into a cave, I guess.
Yeah, I'm
Sounds
assuming you're going to be
wonderful. I
needing
will cover the
What, sorry?
the tea.
I'm
That sounds wonderful.
Aye.
I will cover the tea.
I'm assuming you're going to need some alcohol.
Mhm.
Alexander.
This looks like he goes, "Are you sure it's wise to give the angry man alcohol?"
Yes.
That one.
It's very wise.
Well, you
Do
don't
it.
seem the kind of person that's be calmed down with an iced tea.
Let's just go inside the cave. Alekxander will work this
Oh,
out as it goes along.
Alexander puts alcohol in tea.
Huh.
Just a little bit to give it a bit of punch, but not change the flavor too much. That is important. Whereas it might as well just been alcohol.
So, as you do enter the cave,
Wafflebyrg's
It's-
gonna stay outside a little bit longer just to process what the fuck's going on. I'll be in a second.
okay.
Yeah, the person lady's kind of just like sitting down outside the cave and just
Yeah.
like
I'm
focusing.
still processing.
Yeah.
I feel like I've just done a giant tonal 180 whiplash on everyone.
Oh, absolutely. It's wonderful. It fits your game perfectly.
I 100% just like riled myself up to face the worst day of my life again, and
Wafflebyrg
Yeah.
was kind of happy that he'd get to see his family, and then he kind of remembered that they were all gonna fucking die.
Yeah, I
Trust,
must admit I wasn't looking
Show
forward to
what
the
you would have
Marsa Magnum
fucking
again.
done to me. There's not really a lot you can do with Alekxander.
trust me
Hopefully
when
we
it
got
comes to
that
this kind of thing. Uh, if you do decide to take it up with Zoe afterwards, next time you see her, I'll look the other way.
It's fine.
I don't want to take it up on Zoe. All honesty, that person scares me.
Nope, it's fine. I'm fine. Everything's fine. Let's.
Still not quite sure what the aspects were thinking when they gave the power of essentially divinity, kind of, to a child.
Do you ever know what the aspects are thinking?
Sometimes, I mean, I am one.
Exactly. Alrighty.
But as you do enter, it is quite warmer in there. It does seem to be a bit more furbished. Quite nicely decorated as well, almost as if this has been in planning for some time by her, or that someone quite literally lives here. And as she just turns around to look at you all realize that there's probably a lot more seating in here than for just her and you lot.
Who else is coming?
Well, I've sent some invites out to some people, but some of them I don't know if they're going to get back in touch with me. For obvious reasons. Not so obvious
Yeah.
reasons. I figured I'd send some out to some of the Sentinels just to see if they were, but a lot of them said no.
What is that? Did they say they were busy?
They said they were busy.
Oh, wouldn't it be a shame if they were fucking busy?
A second, Wafflebyrg has a plan. Wafflebyrg's digging through the fucking sending stones in Delris's thing.
Hey,
Wafflebyrg's grabbing one of the sending stones. It's
which one?
it's just gonna be a random one. Let's see who it is.
Let me get up my list. There are the party ones, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. 18 sending stones that she's carrying.
Okay, just go roll a d20 and we'll see where it goes.
7.
7.
7.
So-
Is that a party member?
No, it's the magic shop guy.
Oh,
It's the
Oh,
magic
no.
shop guy that got rookie stone.
oh yeah. It's just like, hello.
Hello? Yes, sorry, we're currently closed at the moment, but if you've...
Oh, no, wait. Who's this? Which one of you is this?
Who is
I
the...
think
wait.
That's the shop guy
Wafflebyrg, is
Who
that
got-
you?
who
Oh,
got rookie stone.
Hi. Hello. Hi. Oh shit! It's that shop. Oh shit! It's that shop guy. Yeah. This is the no hables Frelionian.
You do realize I've still got that package you've been wanting to pick up for some time. I've been waiting for you to come by and pick it up. It's taken up room in the shop and it's started to smell, quite frankly.
About that, Wafflebyrg.
He's gonna reach over to Diana to give him her sending stone.
Wafflebyrg, need someone to pick you up. You're informally invited to a party thing. Doohickey.
Anyways, you don't get a choice. He's gonna hang up. He's gonna reach over, grab the fucking sending stone for Zoe. Fucking activate it.
I need you to pick up this guy. Also, I'm going to shoot you if I see you. Love you. Bye.
Delris will take the sending stone back. I don't know why I still have this one.
Because it's funny.
Hold on, when is this festival actually taking place?
Tonight. Hence why I brought you all here. Because I figured if I brought you here a couple of days in advance, it may interrupt with plans, but one night shouldn't hurt.
Just kind
Yes,
of digging
you summoned
through
us in
her.
advance, then I would have been truly
Well,
angry.
Not at all. We had at least 5 days of travel left.
I'm just digging through the bag of sending stones.
In that case, you should be here and then back on the ship with no issues.
Oh,
Hopefully.
wonderful.
Wonderful.
Strictly
Lucky
speaking,
here.
come to think of it, I suppose, technically speaking, if you're just going to teleport us back to our ship, it's not really a rush then, is there?
I have a few other stones. I have one for Riven, for Draven, for
Ooh,
Callista, for
ooh, call that one. Call that one.
Which one?
All of them. wait, do you have the Cled stone? I want Cled.
I
He's
don't
a part
have
of
one
that.
for Cled. I have one for George.
Well, if we're going to
Who the
invite
fuck's
Celestials,
George?
might as well call up Darius as well.
Wait. Wafflebyrg is very. Why is Wafflebyrg's voice doing so many weird things? It's because trauma. That's why. Wafflebyrg's. Who the fuck is George?
Like, he's from the Winter's Claw. He's one of the people who was nice to me and Alari.
What I
when we
want
were
to know
kids.
is, who the fuck
Oh!
is shouting from the other room? I'm here trying to
Not
make some
Wafflebyrg.
drinks, and
Shouting from the other room.
you will see a figure walk in from the other room.
Ah,
Who? Who is
First of all, let me just check to see if I've got the picture uploaded already. If I do not, I'm going to have to friggin' drag one.
Yeah. So I have one for Riven, for Draven, for Callista, for Rel. I've got one for Needly, Clara.
I quite literally just had a moment of being like, why do I have a Verena picture uploaded? And I remembered that we're using her for the SCP game.
Misfortune. Those other shopkeepers we met in the Feliord.
Far back
George
was it?
and Echo.
Okay, so
And of course Nico and the rest
you'll
of the
see
party.
two figures enter.
right.
One of which is wearing the tackiest sweater ever. The other one just looks dumb with everything. Those that were in Ionia the first time around will indeed recognize the two.
Oh, yeah, I think I know who it is.
Ah!
Yep. Oh, hey again.
As you see these two step through.
Potato!
It's you guys again.
Oh,
That's good to see that they're still up and around.
it's you guys.
Nice to see you're not dead.
Nice to see that you're making yourselves comfortable in our home.
Yep.
We met.
Diana.
Very nice home. We were kidnapped by a god and threatened trauma. So excuse us as we take ourselves to a relieful spot and get comfortable.
Yeah, Diana got Zoe to bring us here, and Zoe kind of told us we were going to be facing our greatest traumas.
The guy will just spread his arm wide and go, hey, me casa su casa then, yeah?
No hables español. Pero hables más o pequeños. ¿Sí?
I think your friend's having a stroke there.
He's just...
He's constantly having a stroke.
No, I think he just said something about your mother in his knitted tongue.
Wafflebyrg is the price of being eternal is that I'm constantly stroking.
But yeah, so we didn't come
That's
here
true.
intentionally. We were actually on an important job.
Were we?
Yeah.
Wafflebyrg likes this better than the job that we were gonna do.
Alright,
Well, I
so
mean, we're still
we were
going back to do
sand
the
pla-
job.
We were going to the sand pit.
so this
We're
impossible.
not getting there now. We're doing this now. We're not going there. We're doing this now.
The
Wafflebyrg has taken 2 traumas. Wafflebyrg's doing this now. He ain't going there. And you ain't making him.
The female will look to you all and be like, so when you say important job, it wasn't just like a job you had to do right now, was it?
I mean, we were about to go deal with a void thing in Shurima.
Yeah, but I mean, you weren't there, were you?
No,
we weren't there yet.
there. We had like 5 days left to travel.
Oh, that's
So-
fine.
Excuse Wafflebyrg as he proceeds to get fucking drunk.
Just kind of pulls out her mom's sending stones, like, Mom, please don't go buy alcohol and keep heading towards where we were going.
What do you take me for? I don't drink and drive.
Mhm.
Besides, when it's this kind of situation, I think I've got a better focus than just going to get bladdered.
I mean, to be
I
honest, I'm
like
pretty sure Smee
booze.
will probably take all your booze. If you get
that's,
any.
That's true. The pets are still on board.
Yes, I'm taking care of them.
Apart from Sharky. Sharky's with me.
Devi's with me as well.
Familiars go where we go.
So is the baby holding up child that's been on Potoo's neck for the past several sessions.
So are these the
Frickin'
so are these the
dragon.
guys that you're inviting? Well, most of them. Yes, there's still a few to come, but this is the majority, yes.
Wait,
I have a bag
wait.
of sending stones of other people I could have asked to come.
Do we have the ability to invite anyone?
Oh, Wafflebyrg, are you going
I'm
to
sure
invite
Callista-
somebody?
I'm sure Callista would like to get off the Isles for a while.
Who's Callista? Oh, that Callista.
She's obsessed with revenge.
Are they still alive? How's that working over there? Like, are ghosties
I
still
mean-
ghosties?
Yeah, she was undead in the first place. She was
Ve-
helping us.
Vexus
Well,
just
but-
sits in a corner. He's just like, I have no idea how a spirit would take coming to a place where the spirit realm is close.
I don't either. But, you know.
Wait. Aren't you a spirit?
No, she's a Yordle.
Yeah. Yordles are spirits.
Different kind of spirit.
Very fucking assholes.
Hey, Kuiper takes offense to that.
Could invite Draven.
No, I'm used to it.
Kuiper's a fairy.
Could invite Draven, but I think given present company, that wouldn't be a good idea.
Yeah.
Alexander needs 15 minutes. He's going to find something outside that looks big and very beatable.
I can help with that.
Okay.
Could
So,
invite Clara and the others. They are always down for a party.
Alexander.
Yep.
As you step outside to
I,
get a bit of a breather and just look for the nearest thing to punch that looks big.
it's gotta be something remotely threatening. It's not gonna go outside and punch a fucking squirrel.
I can create something there. He's just following you out. Like, I can create something very big you can punch.
I just I was going to do something and then I remembered something. Hang on. Because this isn't what you're gonna find, but I love it. It's like I need something big and threatening to punch. It can't be just a scroll. And then I remembered this thing exists. I'm posting in D&D chat.
Ah! Is it a sentient sapient creature or is it a pet thing?
It's the small
Oh.
scroll.
Lord.
We need
Also
one.
something
real
Fortnite
thing.
would make.
Goodness gracious.
It's a real thing.
It's a
I
real
love
thing,
it.
but that's not what you see. Instead,
I'm not gonna punch a
Well, I mean, if you punch a squirrel, you
squirrel or
could
something.
get
Meanwhile,
instead, you see someone walking up, almost as if they'd summon themselves there rather than needing a portal to summon them there.
Huh?
Their frame looms over your own to the point where you feel like they may just have to bow down just to enter this place.
Okie dokie.
And you see, do I have it uploaded here, or am I going to have to do the old trick of uploading it myself?
Just inside, takes out sending stone.
Oh, I
Hey,
do.
Rel, wanna come to a party?
You see, marching up the pathway.
Nazus!
Ah, yes. Susan's found you, Wafflebyrg.
Good boy.
I don't mean to be that guy, as they say, but you're not going to punch him, are you?
Why do I feel an burgeoning sense of self-righteousness, importance, and father issues?
Uh,
Oh, hey, Alexander, I didn't see you there.
I'm not
Oh,
gonna-
shit!
You're not gonna punch anything, are you?
Punch a god,
I'm just
Alexander.
gonna-
You know you want to.
If he looks
You know
like
you want
I
to
don't
punch
like
a
it,
god.
Just,
Punch a
just gonna
god.
shout. Be gentle, Nazis.
It's
Covers
like
his
Mr.
ears for the
Girl, but
inevitable
punch
pounding.
God.
Are you going?
Alexander.
It's about to come.
What I need to know now is, are you going to gut punch him or deck him across the face?
Alexander's gonna look at this thing and just go, I don't know if you're friendly. You fight things.
I fight things sometimes when it is for the better of Shurima, and when it is a threat.
Damn it, you sound too friendly. I'm gonna find something else. Somehow I'm more pissed off.
I
Just kind
mean,
of,
if
like,
you're after sparring, there is enchanted training dummies over there. You slap them and they will try to slap you back, essentially.
Something big that's probably gonna kick my ass. If I don't feel pain, it's not worth it.
I mean, there's one that's 10 foot.
It's the advanced training dummy.
Alexander's gonna go off and find some big fucking creature to fight.
Okay.
He doesn't care if he's disappeared for a few hours, and I don't mind if I don't find anything, but that's what he's got to go and do.
Okay. So,
He's not going to go and fight Good Boy God, okay?
they will look to you. Well, Diana will look to you, Delris.
Mhm.
I mean, if they're friends of you, that seems fine enough for me.
Rel's great. You'll love her. Hey, Rel, do you want to come to a party?
Sure, I've got nothing else better to do. And you just hear like some in the background.
I'm guessing that's Cled.
Yeah.
I don't know if he can come. I have to ask. He was like, hey, Diana, can a kleptomaniac Yordle come?
She will just slowly look to Zaya and Rakan. Rakan's doing the thumbs up large grin, yes. Zaya's doing the no, 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 no. And you just
Well.
hear in the background of the Sending Stone, I'm a party major general! I'm allowed to come to parties!
He might just invite himself if you're not careful.
I mean, so it's like, Rel, can you stop him from going?
Not without some buckshot probably in the ass, no.
Okay.
Wafflebyrg literally has a shotgun now.
It's like, can you get them to go get him? Can you get Zoe to go get them?
I'll try.
And, oh yeah. Hey, Needly, do you want to come to a party?
You got both Sending Stones at the same time.
Yeah.
As you open ones in Italy, you're just hearing like loads of growling noises, like essentially imagine two big cats fighting.
Oh, you're fighting with Rengar? Hi, Rengar!
It's not my prey.
No.
No. Prey is an affectionate term we're using for you now because, you know, I marked you as prey before.
All right. We're having a
Ew.
party.
Party,
Me and Nico are here.
civilized
So is the rest
party
of the
or
group?
other party?
Well, it's at someone's house, so.
It's more of a cave, but... Oh, if it's a cave, then yeah.
We're gonna sacrifice people to the blood god and then proceed to do dances around a campfire, apparently.
No, we're not.
No, that's the Blood Moon Festival.
Yes,
Yeah,
that
this
does
is-
sound a bit more like the
Oh
Fright
shit,
thing.
Wafflebyrg missed the Blood Moon Festival!
Wait.
I knew
so
I
yeah,
was forgetting something.
me, Nico, the rest of the group, we're all here. And it's
Right.
a fun party.
Sure.
Yay!
Also, I love the fact that I am now having to look up lol wiki Ionia. Let us see what creatures live in Ionia.
Just kind of like, Diana, get her to go get Needly too.
Okay. That's if she'll pick up now, given the whole situation.
I mean, as long as she doesn't hear his voice.
I love how I look at him going, what kind of large creatures could there be for Alekxander to punch in Ionia? What are the first results that comes up for Ionia? Dragons.
Delris, I just thought about something. Did we just invite Noxians to an Ionian party?
Well, Rel doesn't really like Noxus, so.
Fair, but we should probably not invite the other ones.
We didn't.
Oh, it's like, we
Ow.
didn't. Potoo's already there with the Darius said it's not, it just slowly lowers it.
I mean, I stopped when I remembered the whole situation of
Yeah.
it being Ionia.
It
But I do
seems-
still have that.
I mean,
It's
we
literally the
didn't.
only sending stone I have aside from the team.
And at this point, the
We
door
didn't
will
call
open,
the others.
and yet the door will open, and you just hear a deep voice replying to Kuiper going, I have been invited, yes. After all, I do tend to the dead as well in Shurima.
I was about to say there's plenty of people here happy to see you, but I'm afraid you set that one off.
He'll just
Hi,
look
Nazis!
slowly over to you, Wafflebyrg.
Don't look at me! Not with those judging eyes! Look at someone else!
I forgot you were like this. And he'll just like look slightly off to the side. It has been quite some time.
It's been what, like a fucking day, a week? Fuck if I know.
More like several. Yes, no, several decades or millennia.
Wafflebyrg literally helped save you from your brother like a month ago.
If I recall right, you actually went off with Alekxander for that one.
No?
Did he not?
No.
No, I just
Alexander
was
went
there.
solo.
wasn't here for the actual
Wafflebyrg
combat.
came in like close to the end of the combat.
You know what? That's fair. That's on me.
Wafflebyrg was keeping watch because I couldn't be
In that
there. I'm
case,
searching because
just-
Alexander was solo.
Retract that bit of like, I haven't seen you since the harrowing.
Nah. Yeah, we've
Nah.
been here and there.
Nope. We're not doing this conversation. We're not gonna sit here and we're not gonna act like we're old friends. It ain't happening. We're just gonna ignore each other's presence.
We kind of like are friends.
Like, I mean, we're
You-
not on a
you and them are
killing
friends.
basis.
I'm not. Wafflebyrg has made it very clear he wants nothing to do with Shurima, the Sandies, and any of that stuff. Despite the fact
You were
that we are
gonna
having to
take
go
us
back.
there.
We're not talking about that. We're just gonna enjoy the party. We're just gonna enjoy the party. Yep. We're putting away our trauma after fucking fairy pixie goddess it came along and started doing all that stuff. But hey, we're here now. We're not going to focus on the fact that I'm having to go back to the place where there's a giant fucking sand scorpion monstrosity that ate my entire family, my leg, my arm, and one of my eyes. We're going to ignore that.
I know you're on about Rek'Sai, but I couldn't help but just imagine that as when you say Scorpio, like monstrosity, Delris goes, oh yeah, Skarner, invite Skarner.
I don't have one for Skarner.
Skarner is a sending stone.
We
Hey,
could
I don't-
invite
I don't have a sending stone for Skarner.
Yes, I can see that. We don't have too many dealings with Targonian Ascended, but her tales have spread. Plus, I do remember her predecessor tricking the Darkin. So it would explain why she kind of wanted to distract herself from all of that. After all, if they're
Well,
not vying for each other's blood, they'd probably be vying for hers.
Wafflebyrg's fine for that.
If it's
well,
not dark and she's annoying, it's demons. After all, she does have that one's key.
which one's key?
Scarecrow looking thing.
Fiddlesticks?
Yes, I believe that is the term.
Well, so I
Greetings. Do you mind if I take a seat so I'm not getting a crick in the neck?
Looks to Zaya and Rakan.
Don't know if I got a seat big enough to fit that tush, but feel free to take a seat.
I always thought gods had the capability of shrinking.
I was going to say it's okay. It's his fault. His physical manifestation is chosen by himself.
This is my shrunken state.
Huh.
It goes off of ego size. It's why Zia's tallest.
Well, that's kind.
So, while we wait for the rest to get teleported, Alekxander, you went off to try and find something large and punchable. Just make me a general survival check. Let's see if you can track something. Are you there, Jack?
Jackery.
He made the mistake of punching the squirrels.
Jackery.
Oh god, he's found the squirrels.
He found the scrolls. He let the scroll get the first punch without realizing the power's doubled upon it hits.
I have to ask, do we know what those things sound like?
What, the
'Cause
scrolls?
imagine you just approach them and they just go squeak!
They do have a noise in the game, but I can't remember what it is. I think it is just a deeper
Hold on.
chittering.
Squeak!
I love the fact that
Squeak, murder dagger.
I love the fact that technically we don't know what caused that. It was either Lulu's magic or it was quite literally just the magics of Ionia that made the scroll
Well, I mean-
swall.
Maybe
in
both.
fairness, it would not be the first time that a small species became suddenly just big and buff. Like, look at the buff Potos.
Yeah.
Well, not just that.
Yeah.
Freaking what's his name? Oh my god, he's my favorite freaking Yordle. Why do I not remember his name?
No.
Nar!
Oh god. I feel like each time I mention all these things, light bulbs are popping in people's heads and being like, oh yeah, no, we could fight that.
We don't have a word to call.
Actually, just casually, I don't think we have a sending stone for Nar, but if we could pick up Nar and just bring him here,
Oh
that'd be funny.
Goodness.
Wafflebyrg does not believe we need a sending stone for Nar.
Hello, I
Oh
returned.
yeah, isn't he on the ship?
No, he's not on the ship anymore.
What?
I believe he is in Bandle.
Yeah.
Also, Alekxander, please
was
make
on the
me
ship, though.
a survival check as you wander the wilderness of Ionia looking for something large to punch.
Looking for something hard to punch on.
Please,
Yes.
please. I want to hear the lowest ass squeak from around the next tree.
Now, I'm going to say that would have been a nat 20 to find the soul scroll just because of the funny joke.
Gotta earn that shit.
Yes, exactly. You got to earn that shit. However,
Which is why I'm using inspiration. Reroll that. I'm kidding. Okay.
Actually, I'm going to use Chronomancy. I want him to re-roll that.
No.
Go away.
I want that swole squall.
Swirl, squirrel.
Squirrel.
Leave my 20 alone.
I can't see you, so I can't use chronomancy. It was a joke.
Hooray!
So,
Yeah, your 20's fine.
You
as
just
you're,
find a freaking.
as you're making your way through, looking for anything in particular that could take a punch, you find what seem to be large footprints in the dirt. Seems to be like large paws.
Yes.
And as you track them through the forest, just make me a perception check, just generally. As I look for this picture I quite literally just saved to this computer so I could upload it. There it is. We're sorry, it looks like you've reached the upload maximum. Fuck off.
Oh no.
Give me a sec. I don't think we're going to need Zeri, and I don't think we're going to need Twitch. Because I don't think they're getting invites. Or at least Twitch isn't.
Which just invites himself.
It's my party, I licked it!
I can invite Echo and Zeri.
I love the fact that I tried to upload that picture and it's like, no, it didn't upload. And I'm like, I'll just have to post it in the chat. 18. As you carry on the walk, you realize that the blossom petals, like the little cherry blossoms petals, are slowing down in the air as they're falling around you.
Probably won't mean a lot to Alekxander, who is not familiar with this region whatsoever.
But as you're looking at the pink petals, you do see white fur just beyond them, just in a bit of a clearing.
Alekxander's hoping he's found an absolute bastard.
It's just Ilya.
Ilya?
Yeah.
Which character's
Is that her
Ilya?
name? The deer lady.
Oh, Lilia.
Lilia, that's it.
No, Lilia's not white-furred. Spirit Blossom Lily is white-furred, but...
Yeah.
That's why I was saying it.
Plus, the last time you saw Lilia, she was all the way over in the Freljord. But no, you see... I know. But you see... this thing.
Oh me,
In the
oh
clearing.
my.
It's a
To find that
sky
thing while I'm cracked,
kitty.
my guy.
That is mega precious.
It's mega precious and probably about to be suplexed.
You just
I'm gonna-
freaking assert dominance and now have a new pet.
I'm gonna make a nature check to determine if Alekxander can, well, determine what it is, really.
Okay.
Using a mixture of common sense and, if there's one thing that he might know about a foreign land, it's they're big fuck-off creatures.
Also, I love the fact that you said make it a pet there, Ranna. There is a cub version of these in Teamfight Tactics. And given I was adding those in as potential pets. But you would know this, Alekxander.
It big.
It big. And you do know the name. This is a jeweled protector.
Ah, sounds like neutral at best.
You would know these to be giant winged carnivores who essentially they bond with people at a young age and take on their tendencies. So they tend to vary from good to evil depending on who raised them. For
Is Alexander about to get a mount?
those who were there when you initially went to Iota, you would remember that the Order of Shadow used one of these.
Alekxander, knowing what he knows, is like, he's a bit more used to the simple, this creature good, this creature bad, of the Freljord. Is like, gotta wait for someone now, don't I?
It just raises its head, sniffs the air, and turns to look at you.
Alekxander, from his hanks, just goes, I see we are not. I see we're skipping the pleasantries. And we'll, I suppose, see how it reacts.
It's going to approach, but not like in a direct, going straight ahead kind of thing. It's circling. You can roll me an insight check on this.
They're terrible. Yeah! This is my one non-skill monkey character, damn it.
You would know. You've seen this kind of behavior before. This is a predator looking for an open spot.
Alekxander determines that this creature is here for a fight. Alekxander will grin ear to ear because he has the moral higher ground to beat the shit out of a cat.
And then this cat reveals its name is Mega Jericho.
Shit. This one got to level 11.
This is what happened when you got to level 10.
Alekxander will immediately enter a rage and just draw the sword and just start going to town.
Yep. I'm not going to get this into an actual combat
Yeah,
because
no,
I
that's
know how
fair.
my combats go. But as you're going at it, you're hacking at it, you're slashing at it. It gets a few good smacks in on you as well.
We should just make an opposed fucking combat check here.
We are going to do so.
Alright.
So, essentially put, this is going to be based on strength, given these are both strength-based things, you and it. And whoever rolls highest on strength will indeed take the fight.
Alekxander is absolutely going to town and probably using quite a number of resources. Can I have advantage?
You can, given that you probably hunted bigger things in the Freljord.
Gonna just gonna oh fuck. Oh my, oh fuck my guy.
Well,
Just gonna reduce a bunch of stuff to make up for that. Alright, lucky.
well,
Gonna lucky that 8. No.
okay. So, it's looking like a good back and forth. You're both getting a lot of good, decent hits in on each other.
Should I go and check if Alekxander
And then
Nah, he's
eventually...
was okay?
Alekxander, what could go wrong? I mean, it's not like he's lost to anybody yet in the combat. I'm fairly certain the entire Freljord adventure was just him bashing everybody up like a good old chap. Like, there's no way that Alekxander would lose a fight, especially when he knows that there's things that matter about it.
I'm just imagining just through that it keeps cutting back. It's just outside going, ow, ow.
Because Wafflebyrg still doesn't know that Alekxander lost to Trundle, or that you guys even fought Trundle.
But essentially,
Anyway,
but
go
towards
on.
the climax of the fight, it whips one of its tails around to catch you. You manage to catch it, only for the second tail to come around and just sweep the leg.
Man, he got a nat 20. If you want this thing to beat the shit out of me,
And then it just, as you lay on the ground, it slams a paw onto your chest and looks at you. As if it's just weighing up the options.
now is that all, or will Alekxander actually have to work out how he gets out of this big one?
It is going to roll one of these heckin' things.
I've just halved all of my combat resources. That seems fair,
Is it just theirs?
including my health. Though I've given myself 444.
It moves the paw off and just backs up. As it just keeps an eye on you.
A much more battered and bruised Alekxander will stand up. He's gonna make a check. Alekxander looks infinitely better. Tried to say infinitely and infinitely at the same time. Like, really, just came out really weird.
It will nod its head towards you. Given that it pretty much looks like you just blew off a whole lot of steam there from that. And a figure will approach from behind this thing. And this one I am going to have to drag a picture up for.
Oh no!
I just... Oh, I just missed it.
Just miss what?
Oh, right, that was the last picture. No, I'm on there.
Oh, right, yeah, no. It's because the wiki for this thing likes to save their pictures as WebDMB type things or whatever.
Web pace.
Yeah,
Web
webpies.
pace.
So, I'm having to then copy that shit and then throw it into Paint, such to save them as actual images. Because I'm pretty sure there's an easier way, but I forgot it. Oh god, I just realized what's going to happen with this. So, you see a figure round the corner. Well, come from around the back of this thing. And just lets off a hearty laugh. It's like, seems like you needed to blow off a lot of steam there. And better looks in your eyes, and looks like you managed it. That was quite a good fight, by the way. These things, they normally eat the prey in one go, but you might actually get some good hits in here. You see.
Hey, it's set.
Cat person number 3.
It's furry
Actually a wolf
Sephiroth.
person.
It's furry Sephiroth.
It's Ranna's favorite boy.
The bestest
very
boy.
sad.
Sephiroth.
And it's
Sephiroth.
Spirit Blossom set. So he
Se-
has badgers.
Sephiroth.
And he'll just
It's
look
the
at
mo- it's the mama boy himbo.
You may make me an Arcana check if you so wish, Alekxander.
I don't know what I'm making it for, but I will make one, man.
As he walks, there's a bit of an ethereal glow to him. Almost as if he's not really got too much of a physical form as of yet. You assume him to be some kind of spirit,
Yeah.
but not a ghost. You remember what was mentioned
It's
about
just a
this?
really big Yordle.
You remember what was mentioned about this festival, and assume him to be either one of these spirits coming back to visit, or an Akara, which is a more advanced version of a spirit or a demon. And he just smiles as he looks to you. Should probably get through the introductions before you start getting any ideas. Names. Well, names aren't really important, are they? You know that, I know that. It's the measure of a spirit that's the important thing.
Yeah, I'm going to inside that. That's the most I don't want to give you my name I've ever heard.
Yeah, you feel like he's withholding his name, but you don't know if he's withholding it due to he just doesn't want to give it, or maybe he just doesn't remember it himself. AKA, their names go off in the game, go off of what their obviously skins for people-wise, but they're not supposed to be them themselves. They're supposed to be their own creatures, and it never gives them a name. Because it's something about once they go to that realm, they forget their name of what they were.
Okay then.
But what I can tell you is what I do stand for and what I am. What I know is I'm the spirit of conflict.
I think Alexander found the right fucking tracks to follow.
Well, let's put it this way. You're from the Failure, aren't you?
What gave that away? The pale white skin, the lack of
BRB.
the shirt.
No, the ice cold blood running through your veins. Can smell it from here.
Oh goodness, I thought we left the blood sucking back at what's that place called again? Whatever.
It's
I don't know what it's called, but it made me pretty noxious.
now, if you excuse me, I got to go punch a badger through a bird's face.
Set just materializes in front of Wafflebyrg.
Yes, Alexander is from Freljord. Alexander was on an important mission before being dragged to Portal.
Yeah, I can understand that. I've gone on quite a few important missions, kind of halfway through one myself at the moment, and then I guess it's a bit of a different thing where my important missions can only happen on these days, whereas yours got interrupted for these kind of days. Because by the looks of it, I'm assuming you're here for the festival.
Alexander, he is here for some sort of festival that I can at least partially determine that you're here for in one way or another as well.
I mean, it's what happens when your bloodline's from one side and the other side's from the other. Kind of get stuck between and have to choose.
But yes, had to step out from the put quotation mark fingers, had to step out from the party that Alexander was rather, I can't believe Alexander says, rather brutally forced to attend.
He's going to incite you. Unfortunately, as everyone keeps doing the meme of, he is a bit of a himbo and therefore doesn't have the best wisdom.
It's not really even a meme. Listen to his voice lines. He's a good boy. I mean, he's not a good boy, but he is a good boy.
Yeah, getting
He's
dragged
not
along
the
to places
best boy, but he is a good boy.
getting dragged along to places by friends, like places where you don't want to go. I can get that.
Oh, that is only the half of it. The way that I was tricked into entering this party is possibly one of the strangest things honestly, and I can say I've had a lot of strange things happen. But being being told that you're supposed to go time traveling and having everyone around you very much convinced that that's what you're about to do. I mean, let us say that there is a Yordle that Alexander will be ripping into small little shreds later and turning into an iron dagger in sky.
A Yordle.
A Yordle. Yeah, it's one of those little furry little raccoon ass things.
He just tilts his head as you mention it. It's like, okay, I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. I've seen Yordles around, I get that, but then you mention raccoon, and then I just think of that little shit.
Which little shit?
Another spirit that wanders these places, likes to go between the worlds when it's these kind of festivals, plays pranks on everyone.
Alexander's not exactly sure what you're on about. They're not actually raccoons. Alexander just likes to call them raccoons because it is what they remind Alexander of.
Oh, you know,
They are small, sneaky, and somehow fucking everywhere.
this one pretty much does look like a raccoon, or I guess more like a tanuki would be the more closest thing to it. Also, I love the fact I tried to work out if Santa was laughing because of the Spirit Blossom Teemo thing, or because Zoe isn't a Yordle.
I'm laughing because Jack, who is ignorant to the lore, plays the ignorance off so well, and the fact that he just doesn't give a shit. And every time he does it, it just breaks me in a good way, and it just makes me. It fills me with serotonin every time he gets something wrong, and he just doesn't give a shit about it. I'm just like. But yes, Zoe is not a Yordle, but fuck it, I love it.
So he's now a Yordle. This is canon.
I love you, Jack. You're.
But yeah, I saw that you needed some steam blowing off, and I had my friend here come and help you relieve some of that, 'cause I can get out, that is. But I do need to ask, if your friends have dragged you along to this kind of thing, are they really friends? Although by the sounds of it, it
Exactly.
was another...
They were not exactly privy to this either, to be fair. Again, we were going on he does the fingers, a time-traveling adventure where we probably would have given at least half of the party post-traumatic stress.
I didn't even realize time travel was a thing. I always assumed that just be some mumbo-jumbo bullshit.
To be completely honest, Alekxander would have been convinced of the same if Alexander's entire friend group wasn't like, oh yes, this is happening.
That and, Alexander's already done it once.
Huh?
He wasn't there for it.
Was he not there for the Mundo thing?
No, he was
Nope.
not.
Oh, never mind then. Anyway, you may want to get back to them. Spirits are getting restless, and, well, as you can see by me being here and my friend being here, the two realms are kind of starting to mix and merge at the moment. You don't know who you're going to cross if you're out here, so... Then again,
Alekxander,
you could always go and punch one of them in the face if you wanted to. That always works.
Alexander might be a fighter at heart, but even Alexander knows that he's going to have to let some of these wounds heal for at least a little bit before he can take on another fight.
I mean, that's fair. It's... Odd thing about this guy. When he came through to the spirit realm originally, covered in shadows and scars. Managed to patch him up. It's not Galder.
No, I know, but Galder's the one that fucked him, sent him to the spirit realm. I knew it was that one. I was just waiting for it. I'm like, I fucking murdered that boy.
I shall make my way back to my party. Good luck with whatever it is that you're doing here.
Are you needing a assist or anything?
Nope.
If you're
Alexander, probably could do the walk.
sure. My advice then, if you want to take it, just take it as someone who's wandered these places. Don't step on any mushrooms, don't follow any lanterns. And if a snake lady tries to talk to you, don't listen.
Wasn't planning on it, and it depends what she looks like.
God damn it.
And just as you leave to get back to there, just the faintest... Oh god, he's fucked. As we get back to the party.
I'm back.
And while I'm walking back, I need to go and sort my tea again.
Welcome
I've
back.
just returned.
Welcome
Yes.
back.
As we get back to the party. And as you do so, by this point, Rel will have come. But not before the door was kicked in and Kled riding on Skull came in, going, Party Master is here! Time to plan! Time to oopus.
Just looks to Rakan and Zaya, just like, I apologize for that
Yes,
one.
Fine, he's going to be the life of the party.
He's not in his air quotes territory. This is. I'm actually really interested.
What the fuck are you talking about? This is all my property.
Yeah, no, you just look over and he's just pulling out a flag from his jacket, getting ready to set it down. Got his little face on the flag, as if he's trying to mark it.
Oh, I'm going to have fun with that.
Kind of just runs over to Rel and hugs her. It's like, Rel!
Hey, honest thing, when we were coming here, portal opened up, there were some odd cats just kind of stood there, and then I looked away, and then I looked back, and the cat was gone, but there was a woman, and yeah, that was
Yep.
weird.
Was that like Needly and Rengar?
No,
Maybe.
Nico just look over. Not that neatly and neatly.
Oh. Oh yeah, she turns into a cat.
How fast are you?
Yeah.
She probably off get hunt for food to bring, offering for a party.
Yeah.
Oh shit, Nico didn't bring gifts.
We didn't know we were coming.
Wafflebyrg brought gifts.
Bombs
Are
are
they
not
explosive?
gifts.
Bombs are gifts to some people.
Wafflebyrg, you are the gift.
Oh hell yeah, I'll take a bomb.
Moonman, always the charmer.
I'll take a bomb.
Don't.
He gives Cled a bomb.
Why would you do that?
Because I am, as they call, a loyal subject to what's his name again?
Zaya and Raka are just kind of looking at him. Zaya just keeping her eyes on Cled. Cled just looks at her with a bomb and goes, "It's fine. I'm gonna blow up a hospital in Noxus."
I just imagine him like taking off his helmet, like fucking sweeping his hair back, and like just doing like a fucking wink with his left eye, just like, hey there,
Wait.
like that
Yeah.
kind of thing.
Is he just holding the bomb up?
He's kind of cradled it to himself, but he has mentioned that he's gonna blow up somewhere in Noxus with it.
He
Keeps
said
him
he's
on the
gonna blow up
toes.
a hospital.
Keeps him on the toes.
Delris gonna scoot over and try to snatch it.
No, no.
Maybe not a hospital.
It's my
Not a hospital.
Or an orphanage or an old folks
Or an
home.
orphanage. Or an old folks' home.
I know an asylum.
Don't need to. Someone apparently blew up one of the orphanages.
Yeah.
Wait, this wasn't me. Who did
No,
that?
it wasn't.
Okay. I was like, was this me? Was this not me? Sometimes Wafflebyrg forgets when he does things. Like, he can't be accountable for himself.
I heard it
nowadays.
was
That's
like
why he
this.
has Moonman.
I heard it was like this little fiery haired guy.
No, it was a small little fire at Yordle.
What?
Fiery Yordle.
Yeah,
Fiery haired Yordle.
kind of like
Wafflebyrg
the
doesn't have
lady
a
here,
family.
but spikier and actually more like fire than just color of.
I mean, it kind of glows.
Not as much as this guy.
But anyway, no. No bomb for
Are
you
you-
if you're gonna blow up a hospital, an orphanage, an old folks' home, or a mental asylum.
You're just contemplating the thought of there being
Can-
Yordles that are naturally on fire.
Can I blow up Parliament?
Yes.
I don't care about that.
I'll blow up Parliament.
Just try not to kill my sister's boyfriend.
Oh, that's why I didn't advise the arena.
Yeah.
Or Darius, for that matter.
Well,
He might be in the
I doubt that'd kill him though.
No, but it'd piss him off if it doesn't die.
It would.
I swear the guy can roll up into those pauldrons and be a spiky wrecking ball.
But
He's like
can
a
have it back.
Noxian Fortis.
you can have it back as long as you're not gonna go after just civilians.
Noxus, you're not a civilian unless you join the army.
You know what I mean. People who aren't soldiers.
It's at this
Just
time
trying to live their lives.
that Nidalee would arrive, and another figure enters after.
I'm guessing it's Rengar.
It is not Rengar.
It's not Rengar.
It is not Rengar.
Just looks over. Who is it?
It is a figure I believe you have not seen before. In fact, out of all the players here, the characters here, only one person will have seen this person before.
Right.
I'm going to need a wisdom saving throw from Kuiper.
Boop, 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 boop,
Oh, wait,
boop,
is it sun, bitch?
boop, 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 boop.
This fucking thingy. Is this Leona?
You won't know until I pull up the picture. 9, yeah. Panic starts to set into you, Kuiper. Stepping through the door in golden armor. Without weapons, it should be noted. Without a weapon or a shield. But still stepping through is indeed
Fucking Leona.
Ah, we were correct.
the aspect of the sun and the Solari leader.
Just kind of points. It's like, I don't think I invited you.
She'll
Did you
just-
invite her? Looks at Diana.
She and I have some reconciling to do. And Leona will just look over you all, be like, I don't know why the hostility. I've not really met any of you, but... And then just looks down to Kuiper. 4.
Because your
It just-
Solari have been chasing our friend for no reason.
Wafflebyrg doesn't know who this is. Who is this?
Leader
Huh.
of the Sun People. From Targon.
Who?
The ones who don't like Kuiper.
You don't like Kuiper? How can you like? How can you not like Moonman? Moonman's a fucking precious doll.
She goes and inhales as if she's about to start a large spiel. And Diana just shoots her a glare. And she's like, Right. We did promise no politics at the table today.
Politics are disgusting.
Politics.
Nasa just goes, yes, no politics at the table. Leave all hostilities at the door. I wish someone remembered to do that.
What?
What?
Was that towards me?
No, it was towards my brother, but he's not coming.
Oh, well, that's... Really? I kind of like him.
Yes, you're going to drag the coffin he's currently stashed in all the way here.
It wouldn't
That
be
is-
the first time Wafflebyrg's brought a coffin to a party.
It's quite
Also,
a
it's not
relief.
coffin.
I
Don't
didn't
fuck with my
have.
culture like that.
Hmm.
It's quite a relief. I didn't have any hostilities.
It's
He
kind of like,
nonetheless bows
I
to Leona.
don't have any... How best to put this without bringing politics in? Like, without any offense, even though people are probably going to take offense from this anyway. It wasn't
Wafflebyrg
personal,
takes
it
offense
was... I wouldn't say
Business.
business.
Oh, Wafflebyrg! Wafflebyrg's a fucking was a good man. He can appreciate that.
I grew up in Bilgewater, I can understand it.
Yeah, she's a pirate. He's a pirate. Wait, which one are you again?
At this point, I feel like it shouldn't really matter what you call me gender-wise.
No,
You
who
call me
are you
Potato.
again? Oh,
She-
Potato! Oh, it's you. When did you get here?
I've been here.
But she
Have
does
you?
take a seat.
I thought you went outside to fight something.
She does occasionally just...
No, that was Alekxander.
She does occasionally just look
Oh.
over towards you, Kuiper, but before shooting her gaze away, as if it's just like, oh, this is awkward.
He's
Oh, is
probably
it-
constantly looking in Leona's direction.
unblinking.
Yeah.
Just
Casually
but,
just
like,
sends Debbie
He's
over
not
to
good at
distract
hiding his
Kuiper.
intents, so he's just sort of like looking with all three eyes in that direction.
Delris does kind of walk over and just kind of walks up to Leona and goes, I'm going to say one thing and then I'm going to drop it.
Go on.
Okay? You need to get your Solari guys to leave Kuiper alone. He's not doing anything to you.
She's just gonna
We had
tilt
one
her
of your
head if
men
she looks to you.
chasing us.
She's just gonna tilt her head if she looks to you. I sent no men.
Someone from the Solari came after him.
Yes, extra shiny.
Like a cupcake.
Was this person
Jeez.
that came a black-scaled
Okay.
dragonborn?
Are they black scaled dragonborn?
They were.
Yes.
Yeah.
She is correct. He told us that he wasn't sent.
He still came after you, and he's still one of her people.
That would,
well, that's
that would
the
explain where he
foundations.
went. He was supposed to be undergoing training. And then
Yeah, wasn't he on the
vanished.
Shadow Isles?
He was indeed. He was possessed by Viego.
Is he dead?
Yes,
No, he's alive. We
we
saved him.
we freed him.
Yeah, he came back just a few days ago. Looked like he'd gone through some traumatic shit.
Yeah, he was possessed by Viego, and we kind of freed him on the Shadow Isles.
Then as much
Well,
as I
even
don't
before
want to,
that, it was
then as much as I don't want to say he'll have learned his lesson, hopefully it will have been a lesson learned. Don't go off on your own doing this kind of thing. This is how we get a bad rep.
Hmm.
Anyway, not into
Regardless.
politics. We have not sent
No.
anyone else after Kuiper personally.
Good. If anyone does, I have the right to punch them a lot.
there will be more sinking of ships.
If anyone does, then feel free to punch them because I won't have sent them. Therefore, a lesson shall be learned.
Regardless, walks away. And just kind of goes over to Needly and he's like, "Hi! I didn't greet you when you came through because I was very surprised by her."
Yes, that was quite awkward, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Rengar would have come, but on the way to the portal, he saw the bug.
Oh, the one that we knocked off the mountain?
Yes, so he went to go fight that.
Okay.
But...
It's not here. Chill.
This is when like a little normal-sized praying mantis bug just starts walking down the wall beside him.
Anyway, glad you could
Oh,
come.
look, it's an ant.
Oh god,
That
reminds me, since you mentioned that just quickly, because I've been poking at the grounded update. You can now get a stuffed version of the mantis boss.
Yeah, but she's like actual size.
Yeah, it's full size of how the boss is.
I like that.
But kind of like, this is Rel. She's my friend. She lives outside of Noxus and fucks with them.
We've had a few
Not
Noxus
fuck.
invasions into our forests before. They make for fun prey.
That's Kled. He wasn't invited, but he came anyway.
Kled is invited without word. Kled is always invited. Kled's a +1 to everyone. And Skull is Kled's +1. Therefore, Skull is ill. Skull is just oddly in the corner. Zaya just resting her hand on his head. Just be like, this is the precious thing, but I will not show that this is the precious thing to anyone.
Just like, obviously, most of the group. This is.
Yes, there is one here that I do not know.
Who?
Well, actually, there's a few here that I don't know.
Well, yeah.
Who is that has just entered?
Huh?
And
That's
the first thing
Alekxander.
you should know is that Alexander likes to go out and apparently fight very big, fluffy flying cats. Awesome, Alexander.
Yeah, that's Alexander. He wasn't with us when we went to the jungle.
Which is a good point, so I should probably upload a picture of Nidalee so that Alexander can get an idea of who this is. The question is, do I use a more modern, up-to-date splash, which has with a better look, or do I use the one that is actually in the game?
I just use a splash.
Yeah.
Just picks up Umpa. This is my niece.
You have a tiny Rengar.
She's a Yeti.
What is a Yeti?
It's a creature that lives in the Felyord. She's very smart. She's just learning how to talk. She beats things with a magical ice club.
Okay, wait. Why am I uploading this? Do I already have her uploaded to here? I see. Fascinating.
This is Stellara. She
came with us because Kuiper did?
I was there at the same time, but I believe I was piloting the boat while you were all doing this.
Yeah, you were in the boat.
Yes.
And we kind of ended up having to run through the jungle to get back to said boat.
Okay, so that's those ones. I believe
That's you. Sorry.
I believe I've met no. What? Who is the small little one over there?
Small little one, Kuiper?
No, I've met Kuiper before.
Mariah?
No, Mariah was there as well. The one with the
Vex.
hood. Yes, that one. The one with the hood.
That's Vex. She was our enemy when we were fighting Viego, but then she found out that he was basically just lovesick and thought he was a normie, so now she's traveling with us.
That's because he was a normie. Also,
Yeah, and you've got a girlfriend.
why does it look like you went 10 rounds with a literal bramble bush? Is she just-
Bramblebush was a cat, you see.
Why did you go have a
Um,
fight with cat?
I mean, this was a very big cat.
He likes to fight things. A lot. He's kind of like Rengar.
Okay, I get it. Also,
Um,
this is the person that she's talking to at the moment, just for reference sake for images.
and our hosts are Zaya and Rakan. We
Oh,
met them when we first came to Ionia.
I've met them before.
Oh me, oh my, that's some large fan service, my guy.
Yeah,
It's still blurry for me.
it is a bit blurry for me as well. There we go.
There we go. But yeah, it's like
Yeah. That's obviously Diana and Leona.
And who's
This
that?
is Nazus.
I see you're part of a stallion as well. That's
No, he's a god. He's like a god in Shurima.
Okay, and who's the other one that just snuck something into that bird's pocket?
Who?
Wafflebyrg. You do feel something extra in your pocket now.
What's in Wafflebyrg's pocket?
Seems to be a small mushroom with glowing eyes.
oh,
It's a small mushroom with glowing eyes?
It's a small mushroom.
It's a
with glowing
mushroom?
eyes.
I'm not sure.
Wafflebyrg's putting in his puffer cap capsule. It's gonna be a drug. Wafflebugs.
It just
Wafflebugs.
kind of watches as you place it in there. It just kind of starts just running a small chubby finger along the glass. Just
It has fingers. Why does a
Nidalee,
mushroom have fingers?
Delris,
Yeah,
you feel something being slipped into your pocket.
pick out of pocket.
It's an acorn.
With glowing eyes.
Just an acorn.
Who's
Just
putting random shit in?
My gift was sentient.
Just written on one side of it in what seems to be Ionian. So, Potoo,
I can't
you
read
would
that.
have some vague knowledge of this, but Zaya Rakan would be able to translate it fast. It says,
What's
"I owe you one mushroom sprite."
Just like
what's this? Mushroom sprite. Lulu, is this you?
Mariah just looks around. No, it's not
Mushroom.
Lulu. Lulu wouldn't be so
Mushroom
subtle with this.
Then who's putting mushrooms and acorns in people's pockets?
You've lived a life of sin.
And a voice calls out into your left ear. Delris, as you
Mhm.
feel something just hop onto your back. It's called a prank, but I ran out of prank material.
Punt.
You go try and throw it over you.
Pretty much.
Okay, it's gonna have to try and make a rodeo.
No, I'm just gonna punch it, basically.
Okay, it's gonna have to try and make a dodge. It fails, and you do manage to knock it off. Oddly enough,
Just
Ollie feels sort of solid.
punches it and just flies off.
Yeah,
Just looks down at it like.
you got it. Mortals these days, I swear.
Ew. Oh, it's him. It's like.
Alekxander,
Yes.
remembering what the spirit of conflict had said, you look down at whatever Delris just punched in the face and see what something resembling a raccoon.
Oh. Hang on, Alexander's definitely going to have to make a check to see if he can connect the dots here.
Don't do that.
Alexander not only fails to recognize, but has probably forgotten that conversation.
What do you remember? I fought a cat and... No, that's about it. I fought a cat.
And all the time of people sneaking up on me, I have become a reactionary puncher.
It's fine. It's fine. It didn't hurt yet. Probably will in like 10 minutes or so. That's when the barriers are going to be closest. Also, by the way, world events have kind of shifted things along a bit. Doors are kind of lined up a bit screwy, and you may want to hold on to your butts as you're about to enter the spirit realm.
What?
And that's where we're ending it for this week.
Wafflebyrg doesn't have a butt. It's mechanical.
That's where we're ending it for this week, as we have eventually entered 2 hours mark.
Wafflebyrg
And this
doesn't
is
have
just a nice little cliffhanger to lead into session 100 next week. The Spirit Blossom is officially upon us.
Nice.
Good heavens.
I can feel slightly satisfied that I punched Timo in the face.
But yes, given that I had to quickly cobble this... Well, I say quickly cobble this together. I've had a thought since yesterday on, do I make the whole thing a fake out and lead to something a bit more wholesome? And because of the Alter Evils, I'm like, yes, screw it. We could all do a bit of levity at the moment. Plus, as I said, I've already done the time travel thing beforehand, and paradoxes just lead to plot holes.
Yeah. Also, I think I've finished my character on the Devil Darlings thing.
Yeah.
You'll have to.
And
I'll have
we
to speak to you about some things,
I mean,
not in the same chat as other people.
we can discuss it tomorrow if need be. Because
Yeah.
the only other person that'll be there that is in the game is Jack, and I think Jack arrives a bit later on Wednesdays than we do.
It's just more stuff I've already gotten written down and stuff.
Yeah. But yes, that is all for this week. Thank you all for tuning in. And you can catch me, and you can catch me personally as part of the Echoes of the Past crew over on Chocobo Keeper's channel. But you can catch me, Ranna, and Dion, as well as our friend Fred and Spider, taking on Santa's little trickery in Silence
Spider.
Through the Fog over on Spotify. Spotify.
Yeah, if you want to see trauma, that's where you'll get it.
Yes. If you don't get
And
trauma from here, you get trauma from there, as well as Gay Panic.
And you got the name wrong. It's Spider.
Spider?
Spiky.
Yeah. Spider.
Because he's an educator, he doesn't want his real name used, so you'll have to go in and edit that out.
It's fine. I'm just going to use all of our different versions of Say Spider and just edit it over anytime I said his actual name.
Mhm.
I'll be right back.
Aye.
Yeah,
So,
that's
thanks for
that's
that.
why I was correcting it. Just
Yeah,
like-
sorry about that. Sorry about that, Spider. I also just want to quickly give a big thanks out there to peeps who have given their condolences on the unfortunate passing last Wednesday. It means a lot to me.
Yeah. The boy will be missed.
He will. But with that, thank you all for tuning in. We'll see you next time on the Dark Tides of Runeterra for session 100. My god, that person's got an anime Christmas jumper on the news. I'm sorry, that just caught out the corner of my eye then. I was like, the fuck? Doesn't help that it's a news article on about real disputes.
Oh yeah, I forgot I have access to pretty much everyone's old character sheets.
Oh yeah, I should also state this. Things are in the works for Devil Darling Season 2. Won't be long now. And by won't be long now, I mean probably January at this point, because Christmas is coming up. That's probably going to interrupt several sessions, so January,
Yeah.
Devil Darling Season 2. Look forward to it. On top of that, we need to get back to grounded. I am going to have to edit that out now.
No, it's not long enough for us to get a copyright strike on it.
If Dead Meat can get a copyright strike for like 3 seconds worth of something,
Yeah, but they don't usually
it all depends
scan
on
that far in.
it all depends on if Warner Brothers owns the rights to Wham.
Hmm.
Anyway, bye.
We'll find out.